Tesla update here on the 20th. They're two different paths again. Tesla's one of the hardest stocks in the market to say, oh, there's one path this is going to go. You have to have multiple ways it can go because it can turn on a dime like it did at the end of the close here. We are at 4:46 with 4 hours to go, and it finishes at 4:21. I personally bought the dip down here. So when this started selling off, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I need to buy puts to protect myself. No, I was buying shares down here. And if it does continue to go down, I'll buy some more shares. I've already set my game plan in one of the members' videos. I think that this can go down to 400. And then I'm looking for a big bounce, or that bounce has already started. So let's go over the two paths. Here's the first one. So ABC, ABC, 5-wave move for W, ABCX, ABCY. Why does this one make sense? Let's draw a parallel line from the top here. And you can see it stays in the channel here pretty well. And I was getting ready to, I was going to make a video and say, oh, this is holding up pretty good on the outside of this parallel line, and then it broke through it. So that's the first path, and that has not invalidated yet. The reason it has not invalidated is because it has not broken below 417.58. So if this is the end of WXY down here at 417, that makes this A or 1, we're working on B or 2. The reason it's A or 1 or B or 2 is because it can do one of two things. It can do A, B, C up here and then come back down to 360. Or it could have been still that fourth wave. Haven't decided on that yet. Going all the way back here, this can still be a fourth wave. And then come up here and go to 500. So I haven't, we haven't found out if that was a top right here for wave 3. It's kind of ambiguous on smaller time frames. That's why I have two different counts. And I'm just watching. I just know the range I want to buy in, but I don't know the actual 100% count here. So that is the first count. It ends right here. The second count is that we have not ended the Y wave yet. And this is actually A, B, C, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's the case, then that means this would come down here likely to like 410 early next week. So this would go down here to 411 early Monday morning. So if that happens, I'll just be buying more all the way down to 400 because, again, I think that this is WXY. So WXY or Y. I guess as far as length goes, this does make more sense to come all the way down here because you're looking at the length of this. This says 403 though. So let's go ahead and go over the max. So the max is basically 400. So if this one plays out, then you're looking at 410 to 400. That's what I said in the members only video, 410 to 400. If that happens, it's still WXY, and you have the 20 DMA as support. So I don't care which one. I bought shares at the end of the day because I don't want to miss this move, and I can just average in if it comes down here to 400 bucks. But I don't think that this is an impulse move. I don't think so. And if it does come to 400, what's going to happen next? even if it comes all the way down here, it could still go up here, or it can retrace here and then come down here later to 360. So the one thing that I don't think is going to happen, that you might hear people say, is I don't think that it's going to go like this, straight down to 360. That would be a ridiculously big move, and that would ruin the chart. Because that would be an impulse at that point. I bet that's an impulse if it goes straight down here. And you can see here on the hourly, we're already oversold. So for that reason, okay, you might get something on Monday down to 400 to 410. It's a buy around there. You have support from the 20 DMA. I don't have it on here. 20 DMA is at like 388, I think. 390 now. So as long as you're holding that on the next move down, you can just buy the dip and look for a retrace or 500, whatever comes next. Based on what I'm seeing from QQQ, I would say it's probably likely that we already topped out for the third wave, though, because QQQ is looking like it's also going to be making an ABC move up here. So if it makes an ABC move, I don't think that it's going to go straight to new highs like this, because this was a 5-wave move itself. So you got to have, I think we got to have one more move down after this. I think we got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC up here, and then come back down one more time, more than likely. But don't quote me on that, because when this market melts up, it's really hard to get a dip. Lately it has. Maybe the market's changed, and it can. But I would say that this is the most likely pattern we get. And then we get another move higher. Another ABC move higher. So you can see what Tesla would do if this happened. It would come up here to... It would retrace, and then it would come down here. So after saying all that with all the different scenarios, basically I'm saying if it does come down in this area, I'll be buying more for the bounce. And on that bounce, I'll likely be a seller. And then I'll probably potentially buy puts, but puts are very expensive. And let's see if there's any good supply zones up here. Yeah, I'd probably be looking at like 466 to 478 on a bounce when it eventually bounces. So that is my thoughts on Tesla. I'll do an update over the weekend, and let's see what happens. I think that it will be a good buy if it comes down to 400 to 410 on Monday morning.